Girl Robin Wright. I'm hanging out with Jay Hunt on the Thank Goodness It's Funky, Thank Goodness It's Friday show today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know he always keeps everything jamming in the mix, and he always has something interesting to bring about. So we're getting excited up in here. Shout out to everybody. It's a beautiful day. Stay safe, stay masked up, and let's just hang out a little bit here. Got a nice little surprise interview coming up. So. Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Well, how you doing?
What's up?
I have a quick question for you. You went to Central High School in the DMV?
Sure did.
Well, I moved here from the DMV, and one of my friends said she went to Central with you, so I just want to let you know. I'm going to talk a little bit about the movie and then bring you on to the interview. In about.
Can you pass me my cell phone?
30 seconds.
Okay, so in 30 seconds, you're going to play the trailer? Or am I going to talk?
Oh, David, there's no way I can patch you in yet. She's going live.
Okay. But I wanted to talk a little bit about it, so is that first?
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
But do I get to talk about it first?
Yes, you will.
And then the trailer?
Yeah.
And then we'll talk to you. Sir. Yes.
Is this live?
Yes.
Recorded?
20 seconds.
It's live.
Stand by.
Okay.
Stand by.
Okay, we'll stay on.
Okay.
15 seconds. Stand by. One song in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay, y'all. As I said, we got a little surprise for you. We've got a wonderful interview, and if you're not sure what's going on, that song should have given you a hint. That was Usher and Kiana Lede with their song This Day from the wonderfully just so exciting musical Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey, that's been actually released on already November 13th. It was released November 13th, 2020. Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey on Netflix. It is amazing, you guys. I've seen it for myself, and you definitely need to see it for yourself. So I'm going to just tell you a little synopsis about this movie, this wonderful masterpiece by David E Talbert, and then we're going to talk to him a little bit. Yes, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the movie, the setting, and then we're going to hear a little bit of a trailer, and then we get to talk to him. So, let me give you a little synopsis here. Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey is a musical adventure and a visual spectacle for the ages. It's called Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey, and it's a wholly fresh and spirited family holiday event. It's set in the glorious, vibrant town of Cobbleton. The film follows legendary toy maker Jeronicus Jangle, who is the Academy Award winner Forrest Whitaker, whose fanciful inventions burst with whimsy and wonder. But when his trusted apprentice, Emmy winner Keegan-Michael Key, steals his most prized creation, it's up to his equally bright and inventive granddaughter, newcomer Madeline Mills, and a long-forgotten invention to heal old wounds and reawaken the magic within. From the imagination of writer-director David E. Talbert, and featuring original songs by John Legend, Philip Lawrence, David Nathan, and This Day, which you just heard performed by Usher and Kiana Lede, Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey reminds us of the strength of family and the power of possibility. So let's just take a little listen to a trailer, and then we'll get started on the interview.
Stand by. We have 1 minute and 10 seconds. The mic is not on.
Are you Mr. Jangle? I'm Journey.
So you can actually
your
talk to
granddaughter.
him.
My mom told me to give this to you. I've decided to
1
let
minute.
me stay with you until Christmas.
We're playing the trailer now, Mr. Talbert,
Okay.
and then we'll get to talking a bit.
Okay.
Okay,
5 seconds.
45 seconds. Hold on.
It will work. At least I believe it will. It will work.
We're at 35 seconds. We made it to 30. seconds. Stand by.
Doing something sensational. Don't be afraid. People can see what you see.
1 minute and 15 seconds.
Don't be afraid. You no longer see it.
Music. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Music in.
I have to say that was spectacular just listening to it. I got to see it, guys. The movie is amazing. It's spirit filled. It's, great music, great costumes. Just everything is magical, just like Christmas. So with that being said, it's a holy, fresh, and spirited family holiday event. And it's about reigniting your hope in humanity and making the impossible possible. So we have the writer-director of the movie, Mr. David E. Talbert, on the line. Mr. Talbert, can you hear me? We're waiting. Can you hear me, Mr. Talbert? David E. Talbert.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hold on a moment. We're trying to get you through the system here. Oh, okay. Mr. Talbert, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Keep talking. We're doing a little mic check.
All right.
All right. All right. I can hear you, audience. I hope you can hear. Let us know. Let us know, everybody. You can? All right. Welcome to KAZI 88.7 FM. This is the voice and soul of Austin, and we are honored to have you with us today as a guest on the T.G.I.F. Special Friday edition here. I just had a...
Good to be here.
Oh, yes, indeed. I got to see the movie, and I just enjoyed it. I couldn't stop watching it. This is new for you, right?
I've been working on this, incubating it for about 20 years, and we finally, found the path to bringing it to life, but it's something that's been in my mind for a couple decades now.
Wow. So you said it was incubating, so you were constantly developing, kind of like the inventor in the movie. That was you.
Not kind of. It's like the inventor. This was sitting up in the attic of my hard drive for 20 years, like that robot was up in his attic for 30 years.
That was such an amazing movie. Let me tell you what I loved about it. First of all, it had that magical feeling, that Christmas, and we need that right now with all that we're going through. Just with the pandemic and social unrest, et cetera, political anxiety. It just had that magical feeling that we as kids used to run in front of the TV every holiday and watch some of these, fantastic movies that give you that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Loved the costumes. Loved the music.
Yeah.
And loved the dancing. I didn't expect it. I didn't know they were going to break it down like that.
well, coming from watching like the Blues Brothers and the Wiz and even Greatest Showman and all that, it's just so much theater that I've watched, and even going to a black college, the Morgan State University, and all the step shows that I watched. I incorporated it, as the choreographer, incorporate all of that. Even watching the Temptations and they're dancing, those three guys that come out in Miss Johnson's song. So we incorporated all that in there.
Now, what was so funny to me, I think my favorite, I know that, everybody steals the show. You have every cast member was perfect for that particular part. They really, and I didn't know, maybe this is just because maybe I should know, but didn't know that Forrest Whitaker had a little voice on him. He's a crooner.
Forrest Whitaker was getting it in.
Yes, he was. I was like, yes, sing it. But, I think my favorite character was the post lady.
Miss Johnson, that's everybody. I love her.
She had me cracking up. And I think what I like too is with all the seriousness of love and the rekindling of getting the mended, hearts being mended and believing and trying to bounce back after being discouraged. There was a lot of humorous lines in that. And I think what really tickled me were the three guys, like you mentioned before, that were singing the background. He was like, "Oh, is that a group? What is going on? Is this a group?"
It was one of the things, the funny thing, because when Phil Lawrence, he's the one in the middle of the background singers, but he wrote all these wonderful background parts of the song, and I told him, I said, Phil, these guys got to show up in there, and he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, they got to be in the movie. And so we put that in after the fact, and they steal the show.
They broke it down, the moves. I said, who are they?
Yeah,
but
get it in.
It was really, really good. Another thing that really caught my attention with the magic, of course, it was a very diverse cast, and I mean it by all the different dancers and different people who were participants in the entire play. You had all types of people in it, and one thing I really liked too was there was a lot of like math and physics and formulas. I'm like, okay, I see something going on here.
Well, just wanted to make sure that we're always rewarded, heralded for our artistry, for our athleticism, and I just wanted to make sure that we were also given that, because we're inventors, innovators, scientists, alchemists, all of that. And so I wanted to make sure that that was all a part of how we're celebrated, and how this man, this great man, Geronicus Jangle, and his beautiful little granddaughter, how we look at them now as intellectuals and scientists and mathematicians. I thought that would be a good image for our community, a good image for people to see when they watch this movie.
I did get that take from it, and I just thought it was beautiful. I mean, like I said, there were parts where I was laughing, there were parts where I was dancing and singing, and then there were parts where there were some tearjerkers going on. There were some different threaded, things going on at the same time. I mean, I don't want to give away, but that really that was very stimulating for me as a viewer.
Yeah, well, we had to. We're all things. Black community is not a monolith, and one size doesn't fit all with what we enjoy, and we're a lot of things. And I wanted to include that in this film to show all sides of the humanity of these characters, and the response has just been overwhelming. I mean, it's just been overwhelming, and just so thankful to everyone's listening for supporting me all these years and spreading the word about this, and just very excited.
We all are, and your viewers are being well fed. I know I'm going to watch it again, and that's another thing I like, Mr. Talbert, because if I really like a movie, there are certain movies I watch, I might like it, and I watch it one time, and it's like, there's some movies I watch it and say, I'm not, it wasn't my cup of tea. This is one of those ones you can watch it over and over again, and I can see it going on, just for like generations, where people, how we have our the Miracle Christmas, even some of the Rudolph and some of those movies you don't see anymore. I mean, Charlie Brown or whatever. This is going to be one of those traditional. This is a legacy in the film arena.
I think so, and it's funny. 30 years I've been in business doing plays and novels and films, and you do one thing that kind of strikes a chord, and this is it. That's a chord on the largest scale. And when I came to Netflix with this idea, and they immediately said this is something that they needed to do and wanted to do. This film is in 192 countries around the world.
Wow.
It's translated into 32 languages. I mean, it's a global celebration.
It really is.
Of us and of humanity, and I just couldn't be more thankful to for the support, and I'm with my family, my son. I have a 7-year-old son, and when he sees people that look like him flying and being wonderful, his eyes light up.
Like little superheroes.
Yeah.
So did you expect this outcome? Because that's pretty amazing.
I did not anticipate the effect that the film would have. I know my wife, who's a lead producer, and we had this intention, this vision to do it at the highest level of excellence. But I really just have to say that my team at Netflix and my team of designers and artists really helped fuel this, from the visual effects to the storybook sequences to all of that stuff that has to go into the songwriter John Legend and Phil Lawrence. I mean, I was given the dream team to work with, and they all bought into the vision, and they all became kids again, like me. You know, we were all kids again making this movie.
Oh my goodness, true. And even when I watched it, I forgot. I felt the kid in me arise, and I just enjoyed it immensely. I liked when you took it back. This took it back for me. I'm not trying to give my age, but the little clay figure, like this, where you see the toys, how they look like toys, and then they transitioned into the human beings. That was I really loved all of it. I really did. The robot was something else, and
Yeah.
and the adversary. He was really good too. I mean,
Don Juan.
yes.
Don Juan Diego. It's a lot of fun characters, but it's a throwback to, because I remember watching a lot of animation as a kid, and I wanted to bring that same sense of wonder, but with faces that we haven't seen before.
Yes, and you did it. You hit it right on the mark. How was it for these star-studded actors to participate in this type of, presentation and performance?
They loved it. Forrest couldn't wait to sing. Of course, Anika Noni Rose is just amazing vocalist, and I didn't know Keegan Michael Key could sing. And he got down.
Yes. Everybody was thrown down.
Yeah, Madeline Mills, who plays Journey. I mean, she's just a little dynamite.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Actress and singer, just a beautiful human.
She's
being.
powerful.
Spirit soars.
Yeah, she's
a legend.
powerful to be such a little person. She demanded that screen, and she played that part. Now the little boy with the glasses.
Oh yeah, yeah. We cast him because we shot it in Europe. All last year. Yeah, we moved there and we shot it there in London. So he's British.
Yes.
And for his birthday, he asked his parents, could he go to his first audition? I cast him on his birthday.
Oh,
He's
wow.
never acted before a day in his life.
Are you serious?
Never acted before a day in his life.
Oh, well, he's truly a natural.
Yeah, I cast him on his birthday and his first time ever at an audition.
He was, and I was like, they really have those accents down pat. I didn't know you were, had actually filmed in Europe.
Yeah.
Well, you hit it on the nail. So what's next for you? What happens from here?
Just continuing to, expand and, this whole visual effects and this kind of big event kind of spectacle is something that is speaking to me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna, just continue to tell good stories, no matter what size. Just tell good stories,
Yes.
and good things happen.
I'm telling you, it was so wholesome. It really was. It was wholesome. The family could sit and watch it, but there was enough going on. There was a reality to the plot, to the storyline of with family dynamics as well, intertwined.
Yeah, the best kind of films for me are the ones that you can watch and you get, the adults get something out of it, the kids get something out of it, and it's something for everybody. And that's what I want to create.
Exactly. Well, you did. I sure did pick up on it. So this right here that you come up with, Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey. So you said it's over in a lot of countries. It's been translated in a lot of languages. Do you see it hitting the stage? Because we love our plays.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to Broadway. That's absolutely 100%.
So what's your, this is me getting in your business. Because I'm interviewing, but I'm like, I want to know for myself. What's your strategic plan? What's your timeline your project timeline for this.
I'm gonna look to once the pandemic is done and the theaters can open back up on Broadway. That's when I'm gonna start gearing up. But it was originally conceived for the stage, so it's kind of a natural progression to take it there. So it's something. My dream has always been to put something on Broadway, and this will make it come true.
Oh, this is Broadway ready. It's it reminds me of, okay, I grew up on The Wiz. I grew up watching it on TV. I grew up, I actually got to see Stephanie Mills, on stage when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, and we were like, who is this little person with all this voice? This gave me that feeling again. It really did.
Yeah. The beautiful thing about The Wiz on stage is you saw kids. The Wiz as a film was wonderful, but they were all adults.
Right. Right.
there was no kids in the whole movie.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, there were no kids, and so it's I wanted something where kids could see themselves.
And they have an identity. They're not like, how little kids is like, stay in your place, be quiet, speak when spoken to. These were brilliant minds that were confident, and they did not think about their age as being a barrier in encouraging adults. And that's pretty powerful a lot, because it's, you're showing not just the inventor who, wants to reignite and become more encouraged to finish his project successfully, but you've got these young people who are saying, hey, you can do this. And usually, and conceptually, we're the ones that do that, the adults. Getting the kid, pushing the kids on to and promoting them to be positive, and you can do it. The kids turned around and was like, let me tell you, we believe in you, even if you don't believe in you.
Yeah. It's very empowering, and for a community and family, it shows the strength and the bond of family, which is very important. And like Veronica's, it wasn't until my son was born that he reignited. He was my journey for me, reignited that belief and that joy and that hope. And so I think our community needs it, the world community needs it, and it's something beautiful to behold.
It's wonderful. It really is. And I'm glad I had a chance to not just view it, but to be able to talk to you about it. It's such an honor in what you're doing and what you are giving the world in quality product, quality performances, and quality media. So tell me, as far as with this particular movie, because for me, Mr. Talbert, it's crazy watching it on Netflix and how involved I got into it. It made me feel like I was at the theater watching it, even though it was just on my TV. Do you think that's going to slip around, or is this just a Netflix thing? Because I'm not sure how all that works. All right. Well, you know what, you guys, audience, I hope you really enjoyed this. Let me tell you, I got so involved in the interview and questioning him. I'm sure I went over the time of the interview. I was supposed to do that. I guess we lost him, but I just want to shout him out, because this is, you all have got to watch it. You have to. You're talking Forrest Whitaker, you're talking Felicia Rashad. The music, the dancing is amazing. They are really, really throwing down. And the storyline is beautiful. The pictures are stimulating and vibrant. So make sure that you do tune in. I do want to send a shout out as well to Mr. Charlie Ponders and Miss Linda Stewart from It Is Done Communications. And just to say, I am very grateful to have had the experience of meeting and talking to Mr. David E. Talbert. So make sure you tune into Netflix. This is a great holiday feel-good movie with all the bells and whistles. Definitely want to tune in, and I look forward to seeing where this movie goes from here, because I know once it hits the play stage on Broadway, I will be front and center. So stay tuned, and we're gonna get some more into the T.G.I.F. Shout out Jay Hunt.
be right back with more music.
Support provided by Austin Public Health.
So excited.
Austin Public
That
Health
was
wants you to stay
exciting.
safe and healthy. Avoid large gatherings with family and friends. Stay home and make new traditions. As always, remember to wash your hands, wear masks, and watch your distance this holiday season. Find more tips at austintexas.gov